EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe. To about the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Underneath to his tight end, Wilson. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 17 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Throwing is Hurts. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They go play action with Hurts. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
There's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Nash. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Hurts. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. In motion, the tight end. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And some room to work. Down the left sideline. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 73 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
There you go. Hey, chill. There you go, 47. 27. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Prescott. Man open left side. It's Williams. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Kill. Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie things at 17 all. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. 11 yards for number 11.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Prescott now. That is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 33 yards that time.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now the try here for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and 7. Back to throw. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They begin the drive with Williams to about the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Now that'll be caught by Cup. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Byron Young gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's a give to Barkley, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They go play action with Hurts. Out to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's 2nd down. Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Dak. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Nash. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Again, it's Williams. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. The Rams are on to next week as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California. playoff football has come to Northeast Ohio at Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's George. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Good. Up, What's that?
Mayfield now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's 3rd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. On play action, Allen. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10.
56, 56.
They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, Allen. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Cook trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1.
Hey, tight.
Here's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Set. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Watch out.
Here's Mayfield. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Set. Kings. Watch out.
Mayfield looks to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight.
Allen going to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. To throw, it's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a 1st down to open the drive.
On 1st down, it's George. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Hey, alert,
From the 43 here, 2nd down and 7. Mayfield to throw it. And pass complete to Moore. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a handoff up the middle. George. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Real. Regular. Up.
Now Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Kings. Point it right. Watch out.
To throw, Mayfield. That is caught. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 18. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Pistol. Watch out.
They'll run on first down. It's George. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This is 2nd and 8.
Kings. Good.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Run. What's that?
Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Jerry Jeudy, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing now is Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing, Mayfield. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Hey, alert 33. What's up?
On 1st down, it's George. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
What's up?
Mayfield now. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Good. What's up?
From the gun, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Real. Good stick. Regular. Done.
And again, it's Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's George. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Good. Up, Nelson.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Good. Pistol. Kings. Watch out.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Point it right. Good. Watch out.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with
Now, from the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio, EA Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Third and final of the games today, this Wild Card Sunday. It might be the best of the bunch. And off we go on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing right away is Allen. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, and now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Elandon Roberts. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
We talked at the start of the game, Mike, the energy in this stadium. And now after that early turnover, it's certainly not going to help quiet this crowd. They clearly came into this game facing an uphill battle, and they've made it here even harder on themselves with that early turnover.
Good. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Alert, 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 alert. Run, run, run. What's up?
Right to the air, it's Mayfield. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum.
Hey, alert, alert,
You saw a great example of it here.
On the ground, it's the rookie who played in-state over in Columbus. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal.
Good.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion.
What's up?
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5.
Good. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. And now it's 4th and goal. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Lutz's kick is good. And the Browns will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. A nice nimble run as he manages to pick up 3. Second and 7. Off the play fake, here's Allen. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On 3rd down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Good. What's that?
On 1st down is Mayfield. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's
Real.
2nd and 10.
Good. Real. What's that?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Regular. Good thing. Option. Done.
On play action, Mayfield. The ball comes out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
What's that?
On 2nd down, Baker. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Good. Done.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Downfield for Njoku. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. This fielded inside the 35. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Has his man. It's Samuel. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Gets to the edge at the 30. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. Finding space at the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. James Cook, touchdown Bills.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the RPO, this is Dobbs. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. That's Dobbs, open left side. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
It is a big play for the Browns. 32 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Moore going in motion.
What's that?
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7.
Good. Hey, alert 33. Done.
Baker to throw. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches.
6. What's that?
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of 2 things: turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big 3rd down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's that?
They'll go. Mayfield. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go. And the Browns are on top. It's now 10-7. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
Off 52. Regular. What's that?
They'll go play action here with Allen. A throw on the move is caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
He'll find his running back, Cook.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, Allen. That one intercepted. That's the safety, Brett Delpit.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Good. What's up?
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Oh, he coughs up the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
Good.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Real. Regular. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll be 2nd down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Here comes Otten in motion.
What's up?
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Good. Kings. Good.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down. Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack. 2nd down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Good. Point it right. Alert. Run. What's up?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Going deep downfield for Judy. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Look out.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Good. What's that?
To throw is Mayfield. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
This is brought in downfield by Judy. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Real. Regular. Done.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
What's that?
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Cleveland. Lutz for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns will get out in front 17-7. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll drop this underneath to Cook. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Here's 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Allen. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. That's taken in, and he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter, they convert on 4th down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen going to give it to Cook. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. The tight end Kincaid in motion. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Bills are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone as it's 1st and goal.
Powering forward. He's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Good. That's it.
On play action, Mayfield. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Pistol. Good. Watch out.
They go play action with Mayfield. He brings it in, the tight end, Njoku. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Run. Watch out.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Good.
One quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Kings. Good. Alert. Point it right. Done.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Good.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Alert. Good.
Back to the air, it's Mayfield. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate. Teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Good sick.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
33. What?
Second down throw for Mayfield. Left side, he's got Njoku.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's that?
Mayfield to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Good. Real. Good.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
Regular. Good. Option. What's that?
To throw is Mayfield. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bills have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Here's Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last two plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's complete to Coleman. And the Bills are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. What's that?
Here's Cook. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Now, 2nd and goal.
What's that?
Now Allen. It is brought in the end zone. James Cook, touchdown Bills. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Pass's kick is good. And the Bills move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Set.
They'll drop to throw. Get this complete right side to Otten.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. This pass caught by Judy. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Alert, 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 alert. What's up?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll go right and find his running back. Here's 2nd down.
Set. Up, up. What's up?
To throw is Mayfield. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback.
Run.
A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
33. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Done.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Here is 1st and goal.
Get sick. Pistol. What's up?
They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get about 5. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Now 2nd and inches.
Good. Done.
They look to run with 4. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Browns. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10.
What's up?
He'll get this out to the left flat. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Go.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. Here comes 2nd down.
Alert. What's up?
Allen to throw. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
What's up?
On 3rd and 1, it's Allen. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 32 yards. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Allen to the air.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win this thing in regulation. You always have a field goal try in your back pocket to at least tie the game and force overtime.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. A final shot now for Allen. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win for the Browns. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They have to get right back to work for the divisional round. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.